Yes, people. 1212. Yes, welcome back to another live stream. Um, so today we're going to be talking about the upcoming gigs that I've got coming, and just sort of a little bit about what you can expect at these gigs and things like that. And just giving you an update really on where I'm playing next, because believe it or not, I've actually got a few places where I'm playing, and everything that's happening at the moment has kind of struck me by surprise, because all of a sudden I've been getting booked and I've been getting asked to play all these events, and it's just crazy. So I think like from now up until the end of leading into next year, at the moment I've got about 10 bookings and only a handful of them are actually confirmed. So what I mean by confirmed is because a few people get confused by confirmed. So usually if I get asked to play like a booking, or if I get asked to do an event, um, then basically what I do is I wait till the flyer gets released before I put them. Before I announce them, so like before I come live on YouTube or put anything on Facebook, so all I do, so when I get booked, so say for example I'm getting booked for the 25th of August as an example. So say someone texts me now and we confirm this booking, and I say yeah, I'm happy, I'll play for you and stuff like that. What I'll do is I'll put a post on Facebook saying I've got a booking, saying the date, but I won't say where. So that just like lets people know that that date is now taken up, so they can't book me for that date. But I actually wait till the flyer's been announced until I actually, like announce anything and say exactly where I'm playing. You smash it on CDJ 2000s, mate. Um, I had a good go on them. I played them at the last DNA, and they were really nice to use. They were absolutely fabulous to use. And I know at the next booking, I'm gonna be using the XDJ RX, which is another amazing bit of kit, and it's the newer one as well, which I've used it a couple of times, and again it's just an amazing bit of equipment. So I can't wait to get back behind the decks and smash out what we've got next. So let's take a dive into what we've got next, really. And I've got one little surprise at the end for you. It's a brand new booking, and it's quite a big one. But all the free flyers I've got for you, they won't all fit on the screen. But I wanted to save the best one until last, which is just peeks through there. I don't know if you can see, but it just peeks through. So that's all I'm going to reveal at the moment. You might have just seen that peek through. So starting off next Friday, we actually have DNA for Billy's Memorial Rave stream. So Billy was a man in the rave community who was very well loved. He was very well liked and supported. He attended a lot of raves, and he was just a very likable, lovable person. And he always did his bit for the scene, and he always helped and supported the scene as I guess as well as he could. And to cut the story short, the person who runs DNA, I believe he sort of knew him a bit more on a personal level, and Billy sadly passed away, which is really sad to hear. So they wanted to put on a little memorial live stream on Facebook. So as you can see on this lineup here, we've got Monster, Shameless, Aurora D, Energize. We've got myself and CMD, Merlin, Sketch. We've got Casus, and we've got Trick. We've got Tricky Rich. Sorry. And we're all getting together inside a nightclub, and we're gonna have a blast out for Billy, and we're gonna live stream it to Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So we're gonna be on all three platforms, which is gonna be absolutely fantastic. So if you want to lock in on YouTube, there'll be a way to lock in at the time, and you'll be able to lock in. But we're all doing it in aid of Billy. We've got hosts, the Layman, Tempo, Energize, Energized, sorry. So basically, you can watch it live, and you can just see us all raising and donating money for Billy. everything's gonna be in aid of Billy. Are they better than the new Mark 400s? The 2000s, they're actually a lot better than the new Marks, to be fair. Now, I love my new Marks, but you can't beat the Pioneer equipment. They're just absolutely solid. And just the way they work. I mean, when I used the 200s a couple of weeks ago, nearly 3 weeks ago now, it's just absolutely fun. It was just amazing. The feel of them was just so good. And when I got behind them, because I've been mixing for quite a while, I just felt right at home. Do you know what I mean? I just felt absolutely as if I'd been on them before. Now, I've been on the 900s before, and I've been on some other Pioneer equipment and stuff like that, but I don't know, I felt completely at home, like I was meant to be on them. So it just had a really good feel to them. But yeah, so Billy's memorial stream is just absolutely fantastic. It's just absolutely going to go off. We've got Lily B as well, if I didn't mention the name before. We're all just going to do it all for Billy. And we're going to raise money, hopefully. So if any of you can donate, I'll give more info nearer the time on where you'll be able to lock in for the live stream and stuff if you are wanting to watch. But, you know, you've got your choice of Facebook, YouTube and Twitch. So, personally, Facebook is a good one to lock into. YouTube is as well, if you just like your YouTube and stuff like that. Twitch is not a bad platform, but if you don't have it, then I wouldn't worry too much about downloading it if you just want to watch it on the other two platforms. And the day after this, I've actually got another booking as well, but the information's not been revealed yet. But it's for a birthday party, and that's going to be in Telford. But that's all I can say at the moment. So this DNA, this is in Leicester, which is good for me, and it's going to get banged out. But Saturday will be Telford. And once I get more information, there's a few more flyers that will be dropping very, very soon. As a matter of fact, I think there'll be one drop. There's definitely going to be one dropping for the one in Telford. That will be dropping anytime now. But there should be another flyer dropping next week as well. It's going to get dropped at the beginning of next month, and it's for something in October. But like I say, it's just not been announced yet to be dropped. But I've more or less seen the design ideas anyway. But yeah, Billy's memorial stream is just going to be an absolutely amazing thing to be a part of. Me and the layman who are travelling down together, we're more than honoured to be a part of this event, so it's going to be good. Your video was good of you on the decks in the club. Sorry, they was alright, but when I was doing that booking, it was kind of hard for me because it was my first time DJing in a club, so I wanted to kind of sort of like film it for the experience and sort of the memories as well, and I wanted to kind of like, in some sense, I wanted to capture some of the big bass drops and like the drops in the tunes. But it was just so hard because when you're in a nightclub, it's not like mixing at home. It's a lot harder, and you've got to really try it. If you get your beat out in a nightclub, you can kill your audience. And I really wanted to make sure that my mixing was tight. So it was kind of like I wanted to film, but I didn't want to film for too long because I didn't want to like mess up bringing the next track in. So it was kind of hard. But I got a few decent videos of some tracks when they built up to the drops and when they dropped and stuff. And it seemed to work out quite well. It was a good set. I went for a bit of old school hardcore, like the sort of 2008 era, the old like sort of Clubland hardcore era, the old Dougal and Gammas, sort of into some of the new 170 hardcore tunes, which I was quite sort of buzzed about, really. Getting the chance to drop some of them new 170 bangers, because that label's smashing it at the moment. And it was just a good set in general. And then I went up on the mic after my DJing set, so it was was an amazing night. I did do a video sort of talking about the event. It was a live stream. You can check that out on my channel, by the way. So yeah, so DNA in Leicester, that's going to go down. That's going to be absolutely wicked. So we'll move this out of the way, and we'll move this guy more into the middle. So next up, we've actually got, well, it's technically not next up, but it's the next flyer where, you know, all the information's sort of been released. So we've got Help for Hull, Stomp for Jordan. So this is in aid of stomping for Jordan. So there's 2 rooms. Room 1 is going to be all your hardcore and all your sort of heavy music and everything like that, all your hardcore and all your sort of thumping beats. Room 2 is going to be all your house, techno and trance. So we've kind of got like a chill out room in the room 2 where the music's just not as heavy as the room 1. And like I say, it's all in aid for Jordan, who sadly was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. I can't remember if he passed away or not, so if I have got any information wrong, I do 100% apologise about that. But I know it's for cerebral palsy. It's on the 10th of September, so it's actually a week after the DNA one. So a week after DNA, this one will be taking place, and it's in Club Vega in Hull. So we've got the upstairs, we've got the downstairs. I'm not sure who's upstairs and who's downstairs. I'm thinking maybe Vega will be like the main room 1, and room 2 will be the downstairs room. But I might be, you might have to, someone might have to correct me on that. I'm not sort of sure like which way around the rooms are gonna work. Normally, an upstairs room would be like a room 2 normally, but I think as far as like Vega and City Limits go, I think the upstairs is like the better room, whereas the downstairs is the sort of more sort of rubbisher room. Not in a bad way, but the room that would be more than likely be the room 2. And I know it's been room 2 at other events as well, but, correct me if I'm wrong. But it's all in aid for Stomp for Jordan, so I'm going to be playing a house set. Also, I didn't mention on the DNA one, I'm B2B with CMD. So we'll be smashing out a B2B together. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be quite good, and we're going to come up with a good set. But in Stomp for Jordan, when I play in room 2, I'm going to be doing a classic house set, which is going to be buzzing. It's going to be quite good. It's going to be some remixed classics. It's going to be some funky house classics, and I've got some tracks to play as tribute for Ian Carey as well. So I'm looking forward to doing that set. That I'm aware of. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this or not, but I'm playing a 45-minute set, but I won't tell you what time I'm on yet in case I'm not supposed to say that bit, but it's a 45-minute set time, and I will also be on the mic as well, so I'm quite looking forward to that. So I'm gonna rip up the microphone as well, bad to the bone. So we've got a good lineup. We've got loads of people. So we've got Resilience, Stats, New Vibe, Skullfuckers, Chris Summit, DJ Warner, DJ Excite with MCs Renegade Noble, EBE Turbo, Active Sniper, Frankie D, and CJ. In room 2 we've got Vivace, Ash Noble, Lily Healy, Andy Fewstar, Ash Webster, Jordan R. Green, Vinyl Killer, Jester, and Terror. So I'm quite looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to DJing and MCing. Now I am sadly I'm at a party the following day. It's actually a birthday party the following day. So I probably won't be staying too late after the set. So I'll do my sets, I'll stay for a little bit, but I aren't planning on going crazy because I've got a party the next day, and I've also got a booking the following week as well, which we're going to get onto, which is, as much as I'd love to like stay and have a good sort of, I guess, a piss up at an event, when I've kind of done my set, I do like to stay and have a drink and sort of have a bit of a good time with everybody. When I've got other things happening as well, I've got to kind of like fender for them as well, and I just can't afford to sort of stop and sort of get pissed at every one of them. Plus, I don't want to feel rubbish the next day for the party. And, these are bookings as well. These are nights to remember. I don't want to not remember them because I've been too pissed up and, you get that a lot nowadays where someone will see a flyer from years ago and they'll vaguely remember the flyer, but they don't remember anything about the night because they've got too smashed up. And I don't want that to be me. I want to remember my nights and be like sort of yeah, do that and this and that. Have I got any sets in Birmingham? As a matter of fact, I do. I do have a set in Birmingham, but it's not till next year. It's not till around Easter time in 2022, believe it or not. But yes, I've got a booking in Birmingham. But like I say, it's just not until next year. Sorry, it's a long way off, but it's a booking nevertheless. And yeah, it's in Birmingham. I think it was round. Sorry about that. It was round April time, late April, and then I think a couple of people who was booked for it, or I think there was something else on that meant that we might have to change the date. So it's going to be around the April-May time, is what I can sort of gather and imagine. But yes, I am coming to Birmingham, definitely. But yeah, so the Stomp for Jordan is going to be an absolutely banging night. So we're going to move that just to the side. And I've got the sort of like I guess you could call it the last but not least, but it's not the last but not least booking. Because like I say, I have actually got about 10, but these 3 right now, they're just already like released flyers for the event. But there's going to be some more flyers getting released, and no doubt I'll probably get more bookings as the time goes on as well. I don't know if there'll be any other form of like Help Hull event or anything like that. Who knows? And again, with this next flyer I'm about to show you is the start of something that could be quite magical. And whether I stay on board, whether I'm back again, is just one thing we'll just have to wait and see. But all I know is it looks like it's going to be an absolutely belting night, and I cannot wait to show you it. So without further ado, welcome in yourselves to, yes, that is right, Bounce Till We Drop. It is the launch night. We've got the headliners, Club Filler, John Neal. There's Top Vibe. There's Destiny. Charlie Bosch. We've got Flant, we've got Fatline, we've got Ashton, and we've got myself, Ash Noble. That is correct. So we have actually got myself on the main lineup. So I'm on the main arena for a bounce night. I'm actually playing the main arena with Club Filler and John Neal. Now, I followed Club Filler for a lot of years for hardcore and bounce, and the same with John Neal. John Neal has done a lot of bounce. He even did the remix of You and I Have Been Through More Than Hell, and baby, I'll always be around. That guy, absolutely banging tunes. And Top Vibe, I don't know if any of you guys will remember Top Vibe, but if you're an old school legend, he actually made the Pac-Man remix with DJ Psy back in the day. So that's mad. Because I absolutely love the tune, the Pac-Man tune. So as you can see, the poster does not lie. You can get your tickets on Skiddle, so make sure you get your tickets on Skiddle. There's a room 2 as well, hosted by Soundrex, Soundworks, and you've got Reece James and Jordan Hind, who are actually going to be ripping up room 2 with some classic house and old school anthems. So I'm actually looking forward to checking out the room 2. But get your tickets on Skiddle. It's at the Light Club in Scunthorpe, and I had a little check out of the venue, and it looks an amazing venue, I'm not going to lie. It looks fantastic. It's like an old sort of chapel, stroke church, that has been done out, because I had a look on the maps yesterday, and the sort of like the little icon that says the name of the club on the map was kind of like just past this chapel. So I'm thinking, like, I can't see this club anywhere. All I could see was this like chapel, and then I could see this like I could see this like estate agents and like a little row of shops, and then a little bit later down there was like a pub and restaurant, and I was thinking like, does this pub and restaurant like turn into the nightclub? Or is there like a nightclub upstairs? But then I thought it doesn't really look like there'd be one upstairs. I couldn't see any sign of this light nightclub. So I looked at the pictures at the bottom, which was only then when I realised that the actual chapel church itself has been done out as the nightclub itself. And they had a night on a couple of weeks. I think the weekend just gone. And they actually had a club. They had Ultra Beat from Clubland. So I was buzzed, and they put some videos up, and it looked absolutely heaving in there. People having a good time, which is what you want to see. Do I get paid for my club sets? I don't get paid for all of them. And this is the sad truth, really. I mean, I love posting these bookings and stuff, but the thing about music is you've got to work your ass off to get somewhere. Like, I'm not being funny, right? To get on these flyers, I put hours worth of grafting. I've gone through hundreds of pounds of electric just to do live streams and live stream on pages, and loads of mobile data and phone credit to get videos out, and yeah, different things. And you work your ass off. And the thing about it is you've got to do loads of stuff for free to sort of show yourself. So like, you can get your first booking, but you're guaranteed to not get paid for it, because at the end of the day, right, you can go sort of live at home on Facebook or YouTube. You can mix, and you can be absolutely fine. You might look the part, you might look the bee's knees, like you're doing really well, and you want to get somewhere. And I don't know, let's just say for argument's sake, a friend puts you forward and says, look, this guy's doing quite well at the moment. So you have a little talk with him, and you think, yeah, I'll get him down for my event. And then, you get him down, and what he is like in front of a live audience is completely different to what he's like behind the camera. Behind the camera at home. And he could absolutely just destroy the set. He could just absolutely ruin the night. He could blow the amps up, and he could make an absolute pig's ear of it. And then obviously you're thinking, shit, I wish I hadn't booked him. I wish I hadn't paid him, because now he's gone and ruined all the equipment. I've lost money. There's damage to the club's equipment. So what you've got to do is you've got to do loads of free events to sort of start selling yourself. And then when you can build yourself a portfolio, so when you've been to all these different nightclubs and you've got videos in there, and people can see people can see that you're doing well, and these different events are booking you, people are going to think, well, this guy must be alright if he's getting these bookings, and these people are having him on, and then they'll start booking you. And then in the end, once you start getting up there with the big boys, that's when you can start charging people, and you can start saying, look, I'm going to need some form of income from this. But even in my position now, I can go to, say, like an event promoter, and I can say, look, is there any way you can just help out with my travel? Because, I'm not in the game. Sorry, I'm not in the game to rip people off. And I'm not really in it to make a killing. It's always been a bit of fun to me. I love doing my bookings. I do want to obviously get somewhere with it. But what I'm saying is I'm not out there to rip people off. I'm not the type of person. You see people like Darren Styles, and yeah, they're legendary, but they charge like $2,000 to be booked for somewhere. Whereas me, I'm not that arsed about getting that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that can come when it comes, and if it ever even comes to a price like that, But for me, I just enjoy playing out somewhere. I enjoy the experience. I enjoy meeting new people and meeting new faces. I enjoy having a laugh and just spinning some of my favourite tunes on a weekend. So for me, if someone just can pay for my travel, for getting down there, and if they just maybe get me a couple of drinks from behind the bar, to me, I maybe haven't come back and necessarily made anything, but one thing I have made, which in my opinion is more important than money. I know you need money for a lot of things, but making memories. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather go to an event and have all the memories and all the good times of it, rather than just coming back with a wad of cash, because it's not. I think so. When money gets involved, that's when it sort of doesn't become a hobby as such anymore, and that's when the fun comes out of it, because sometimes it just becomes more about the money, and that's not who I want to be. Like I say, if people can just help me with my travel, then I'll be happy at that, and get me a few drinks behind the bar. That's good. Obviously, as I get bigger, I will obviously start asking for a price, but it's not my main. It's not my main priority as such. So, I just more enjoy getting out there, and at the moment, I'm on that rise of growing. So as I'm growing, I just want to take as many bookings on as I can to get my name out there, and then I can start sort of charging, like maybe late this year into the beginning of next year, depending on how the bookings go. Because obviously there's a lot of things going on with the COVID and stuff, but at the end of the day, I just love what I do. So to me, I'm just pleased to be on these flyers, and that people are, to me, my wages is people giving me a chance and an opportunity. Because, a couple of years ago, I'd have never dreamed of being on a poster with Club Filler. I would have never have thought that would have happened. And now it's like, there's a physical poster here that I'm looking at. Club Filler's on it. He's done Clubland TV. He's been on Clubland CDs. He's got record labels. He produces hardcore. He's been up there with some of the best people in the game. He's produced tracks with the likes of Gamma, Dougal, Darren Styles. He's done so many amazing things, and it's just absolutely amazing that he's here. And I'm doing an event with him, and the same with John Neal. They've done so many wicked things in Bounce and Scouse House, and it's just going to be absolutely amazing. So to me, like I say, I'm just buzzed. And if I'm doing a booking in my hometown, the Help for Hull one, obviously that's a charity night, so I don't expect to get something from that, because it's all about doing it for charity. But I don't live far from the venue, so I'm only, I can actually walk there. It'll take me a good half an hour to 45 minutes to walk it. But if it's a nice day, you can walk it, and I could maybe walk it a little bit quicker if I did try. Or depending if it was like a nice day or anything, I could probably get it walked a little bit quicker. I've walked back from the club before, late at night when I've been drunk, but so yes, I wouldn't really expect to get anything from going to a night there anyway, because it's just a local club to me, and I'm just quite pleased to just have a little night and play there for them. As I get a lot more out of town bookings now. And I don't want to feel like I'm sort of, because if it wasn't for the likes of Dave and Stomping, I wouldn't have had bookings in the first place. They got me to go on the mic in clubs, and they sort of help boost my confidence up. So I don't want to just say like, fuck you, I'm doing better things now. Although it does in some sense, it kind of looks like that. Because sadly today I had to pull out of an event in Hull. Because it landed on the same day. Now I wasn't playing there. I was just gonna go down and support. And I had to say, look, sadly I'm booked at this event. My friend Lehman is, so I don't think he'll be attending either. And I know deep down it would have gutted people, because they like our company. They know that Lee's quite a funny person. They'd have wanted him there, having the banters and having the laugh, and they wanted their event photographing and stuff like that to make their own little memories of a good little night in Hull they've had. But sadly, sometimes things just happen to drop on the same day, and my dates are just crawling in at the moment, and I don't really know why. I mean, I know I put work and effort in, but it still comes as a shock. Do you know what I mean? So obviously I'm gutted that I won't be joining them. I mean, I'll be joining them at one going forward in the future. but hopefully we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, so they're the bookings that I've got at the moment. Anyway, so we've got Bounce Till You Drop, Stomp for Jordan, and not forgetting the one like this one here, DNA as well. Not forgetting little DNA passing through. Oh my God! So there's DNA. Look, so let's get Stomp for Jordan out the way for now. So yeah, so there's DNA. Look, and that one. Some more posters. They will be coming. They'll be getting announced. Like I say, I think there'll be one for Telford any day now. Probably maybe over the weekend. It might drop to what over the weekend. So we'll just have to see exactly what's going to go down in Chinatown. But like I say, Bounce Till You Drop. Get your tickets on Skiddle. We're going to cut this live here. So, oh, sorry. Do I sell my tracks, what you have remix? No, I don't, actually. I don't at the moment. One, because I'm still a learning producer. And number two, is just purely because I'm remixing like copyrighted music. Like I take a vocal from a track that's like already been out there and sold millions of copies. So without like contacting and seeing if I can get the rights to release it, I haven't gone to release them yet. But as I get better, I'll be making original tunes that will hopefully get released, and I'll start building up a little bit of a catalogue there. But there's plenty of songs that are on free download if anyone wants to download any from Layman Productions, which is the label I'm signed to. It's just like an up and coming label. Plenty of good music on there, from reggae to rap music to hardcore bootlegs. So just keep your eyes peeled. That's all I can say. Keep your eyes peeled. All the rest of it. But anyway, people, that's going to do it for the live. So like, comment, share, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.